And we are back here in the media day. Barren County joining us now. And Coach, go ahead and just introduce yourself and the players that you brought with you today.
I'm Jeff Ritchie, the new coach here. Been on the scene for about the last 7 or 8 weeks, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Axel Diceholm. I'm a senior at Barren County.
My name is Aiden Keeney, and I'm also a senior at Barren County.
So, Coach, talk about how this transition has been for you. Again, you've been on for about 2 months or so. What's that transition been like for you, and what are you seeing from this team in the early offseason?
Well, luckily, I've been there for eons, so it's been a smooth transition. The kids, anytime you have a coaching change, especially around Christmas, I mean, it's not the best of times for anyone involved, but we've worked extremely hard. I was a former head coach. I've been there a couple times. I brought back J.R. Estes, who was a head coach there, and so we've had some continuity. And we have some 9 seniors, I think 16 upperclassmen, so a great group of guys to inherit. I mean, I was blessed to get these guys.
Yeah, Coach, talk about the schedule here for you guys. You guys are going to be heading down to Tampa Bay, Florida for Tampa Bay spring training. You guys taking on Lexington Christian, Tampa Catholic, Paul Lawrence Dunbar, and Frontier Senior from New York. Did you put together a tough schedule so when region play comes, you guys are going to be prepared for that?
That's a good point. Coach Alfonso, the previous coach, had the schedule made, and then we put together the Tampa schedule. And I think it's safe to say we have one of the toughest schedules probably in the state of Kentucky. And it's either, it's going to do one of 2 things. It's either going to beat the brakes off of us, or we're going to be so prepared heading into tournament time that, we're ready for whatever we see. And I think that's the key. I mean, I've seen it from both sides where you can come in with an inflated record, but you hadn't played great competition, and you get into the 4th region tournament, and this is a tough region for sure. But we'll be ready. We got the older kids, and the schedule's going to prepare us.
For the players, just kind of talk a little bit about what you guys feel your strengths might be early on this season, and where you might think you guys are going to work hard to improve.
I just think we're going to excel defensively and offensively. I think we have one of the best defensive teams in the region, and I also think that we have a really good lineup. And if our pitchers can throw strikes, I think we're going to be really dangerous this year.
Yeah, like Axel said, we have probably one of the best defenses in the region, and going off of last year, we have some pop in our bats too, and so that's going to be a big help this year. We have a lot of pitchers, a lot of depth, and we'll see how good they can be this year. But defense, we're always going to be excel in defense, and small ball, run the bases, stuff like that. We're always going to excel with that.
Coach, it looks like you have a nice balance between upperclassmen and some of the younger guys. Just kind of talk a little bit about will we see sophomores and freshmen in the lineup this year, or do you have juniors and seniors pretty much starting?
It'll be mostly junior, senior dominant. We do have a couple sophomores, Jax Vincent, Jordan Harris, that'll be in the starting lineup. I have a freshman, Price Thompson, that'll see some varsity action. But, bringing back the Hyde twins, Axel, Aiden, our senior catcher, and having 9 seniors, I mean, it's a good one to fall into. I'm not going to lie. Good group of young men. They scrimmaged yesterday and played well in all areas, so we were pleased yesterday.
Aiden, Axel, you guys, nice season last year at the plate. I think averaged to 348, and then almost 300 for you, Axel, on average. Excuse me, you were 350, and you were 348. So great at the bat. Talk about the off season. What do you two guys do during the off season? Do you only play baseball? Do you play other sports? Kind of talk about that.
I don't play any sports other than baseball. I only play baseball. I work out during the off season of strength training, getting faster, bigger, stronger, and trying to improve mechanically and mostly mentally with my approach at the plate.
Yeah, same thing here. I don't play any other sports other than baseball. I like to do a lot of research on what catchers at the next level do to improve their pitching staff, and pitch calling is a big one for me. How I can be better at pitch calling to keep hitters off balance and help my pitchers' mental game.
Last season, obviously, you guys were able to make it to like the 4th region tournament. So, I mean, a question for I'd say all 3 of you is like, how important is it going to be to have that mindset of looking to try to go back to Nick Dennis Field once again and try to go farther in the tournament?
Hey, I'm putting the pressure on them. My last time at Nick Dennis Field, we won the regional championship and went to the state in 08. And I told them, I said, I don't have anything but fond memories. So, boys, let's get it done.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it just all starts from day one. You know, our mentality is win the day, one day at a time. You know, we can't be focusing on the region. We just got to focus on the game in front of us.
Yeah, win the day. That's our big motto. And it's hung up in our locker room. And if we can focus one day at a time, the region's going to be no problem for us, and we're gonna do good this year.
Players, coach, have you had a scrimmage yet already? Have you had a scrimmage? Tell us how the scrimmage went.
We played Hart County out of the 5th region, and we hit the ball extremely well. Used all my pitchers. Everybody got an inning, and we ran the bases well. Just an overall good scrimmage. And, of course, we go to South Warren Thursday, so we'll get a good test, yeah. We'll get a real good test early, and I know Coach Gage will have an excellent squad. And but it's good to scrimmage guys like that because we open up with Bowling Green. So I told our guys, I'm like, you're just going to have the mindset every day we show up, we're playing, whether it's Warren East, whether it's Glasgow, whether it's Owensboro. We don't have an off day. I mean, everybody on our schedule is an extremely solid team. And we just have to, as we say, we're going to go out and win the day. Whatever happens, happens. And tell them if somebody gets us, we'll tip our hats to them. Don't let them beat us tomorrow. You know, if we win, don't get too high. You got to play again.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing, and I also think intensity. We brought a lot of intensity to the scrimmage. We were out there ready from the first pitch that was thrown. We came in with some energy and tenacity.
We were very, very energetic before the game, especially to be a scrimmage. We were all excited to go out there, and we were ready to play. We were practicing so much, and we were just ready to get out there and show what we had.
Coach, last question, I think, unless you guys have. How's it feel to be back? Is it feel different from your coaching experience first time?
Yeah, that's a great question for me. At my age, I'm 60 years old, and when I was young, I lived and died with every game. You know, it was life or death. And then when I faced a true life or death situation with my health, now I'm able to really enjoy the kids more, enjoy the journey of this a whole lot more. So thankful and blessed to get an opportunity. And I was telling them at church today, I don't think you could write this script. I mean, you're going to take an old 60-year-old guy that's had health issues and bring him back to be a head coach at a 6A school is probably not in the script, but it was for me. And I'm not going to shy away from it. I'm giving them everything I've got, and kind of leaning on some of the days I spent with Coach Royce at Glasgow and at North Hardin with Coach Gum, and just a lot of old guys. I was kidding Coach McGuire. When I left, it was me and Johnny Vance and Greg Shelton, Sam Royce, and I don't know anybody. So I guess I'll get a nice welcome back. So.